So yeah, you guys are. I was thinking about this really cool cave you guys had to go into every time you talk to your Imperator, but now there's a side of the entire
Now I punched it.
There's a
thing.
back entrance.
So there's all this light streaming in. It's pretty cool. Sometimes just players just throw you a loophole when you're a GM.
Sometimes
And
players
more so in
lose their
Nobilis,
temper and
because-
don't want to be an Imperator. No, you can't make me, Dad.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't want to be a power or a Nobilis.
All my thematic stuff is ruined. Nah. Okay.
So Phineas has a thing he'd like to do,
Sure.
and it helps me fill in my remaining projects.
All right.
So if you don't have a place to if you had a place in mind, we can start there. But Phineas has like a very clear next thing to say.
No, it's fine unless one of the other players wants to interrupt.
Is this while we're like on our way back from the island punching thing, or have we just are we back when you do this?
How did you go far away when this all happened? I had the impression it was just up the stairs a few.
Yeah, I think we just
I was
got...
still partly up the stairs.
So we're still in the same room. You guys haven't tried to leave yet?
No, I haven't anyway.
And I would return to that room with you and
Sure.
yeah, all of that.
Because remember, one of the properties of the chancel is that paths don't go two ways.
Oh, right.
So when you guys go upstairs, it's like, oh, you're not where you think you are. All right. But that didn't actually happen yet.
Not quite. Yeah.
So your character's mind isn't blown by that yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Give it time.
But we'll get there.
Wait till Wanderlust can't go where he wants. Then we're going to see some rage.
Yep.
So I think Phineas looks at Umaya and says, give me 2 weeks, my lord. Give me 2 weeks with the document. That's it. That's all he says.
I think Umaya says very well. And Tim is kind of upset by this. It's like, but, my lord, everything is ready. Everything is prepared just as is required. But Umaya says, I will trust my powers. Intuition in this case.
So Phineas is not. He doesn't really understand the mundane world, but he knows theology, and he knows that there is something not right here. That letting this creature into our creation would be bad, and he also knows how to work like a religious a religious bureaucracy.
Sure.
So I think he looks to Tim, and he says, merely a formality. I have no doubt that the contract has been filled out to the highest authenticity. That's the wrong word. I'm using the wrong word.
And I think Tim looks really upset, but he says, I will allow you to have it on your oath that you will return it to me once you are satisfied.
That's a really interesting question for Phineas. What oath does he swear at this point?
I'm sure Tim has some ideas.
Yeah, okay. Is this a conflict? Is Tim, the Excursion, trying to get me to swear a particular oath? Or
he,
is
he
it?
wants you to swear a mystically binding oath that will be very bad for you if you should fail to upkeep it.
That's fine. I swear it.
Okay. So there's going to be like a physical representation of this oath.
Yep.
Let's say in this case, oh yeah, the oath is the Hammonds, and if you fail your oath, they'll die.
Yep. That sounds like what it would be. Is he going to take them?
No.
Is there a ritual?
Yeah, I think. Let me look it up. Actually, it's a certain kind of oath that he would be able to make.
So, how fast is our psychic connection? Is it like as slow as real time talking, or is it at the speed of thought?
I mean, it's at the speed of thought, but right now we got a couple of humans over here that are a little bit slow.
Yeah, we can think faster than most things can think, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. I mean,
So
I just have this idea of like Robert just sitting down and thinking about like all his life and like what he's going to do, and he looks up and it's been less than a second later.
yeah.
Yeah, like Robert,
life.
you're thinking insanely fast, for sure.
Like you can beat like Deep Blue at chess right now without even worrying about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, where is the rules for this oath?
So I guess while he's doing that, I think Trek is asking Phineas a question via the link. I think you just hear, "Why do you not trust him? He is a traveler."
He is not right. He is something other. He is not. I do not yet understand all that I have seen today. But I know the Lord's creatures when I see them, and this is not the Lord's creatures.
I think that you see me. I've been listening in while we've been talking. I actually have been, and this is important, but I don't think it is difficult. I took a sample of some of the bunch of Imperator blood that's around in like a vial for later. So I like cork that and put it away. But then I like try to focus my like senses regarding pain on Tim, to see it, like how it registers as differently. Like if he has, like, I think that I actually want to use actually a divination miracle. I want to find out how to hurt this creature because I suspect it might be radically different than for a normal creature. If this is right, I want to know how best to hurt Tim.
If you can stop him from traveling and talking to people, that would stop him from spreading the word that he intends to spread.
Okay. I think this is, what is it, lesser divination? Know the best way to hurt someone, yeah. So I don't, domain chart, I don't have to spend any miracle points, okay. So, okay. So I think I say he wants to spread some kind of message. That's why he wants to be here. That's why he travels. Phineas, ask him about it, I suppose, since you would probably be the best. He seems like it's some kind of belief of his that he wants to spread.
There may not be a need. I feel a connection to him. He is like the ones of you I have dealt with before. He moves. He does not stay. And I'm gonna spend some MP here and have him reveal all of his secrets to me.
Who's revealing their secrets?
Tim.
The man formerly known as Tim.
Tim doesn't really want to reveal all of his secrets. So let me just check something here. What level of a thing you're doing?
It's a greater divination.
Do you want to put any extra power into that?
Yeah, sure. I'll RP it as I have no idea what I'm actually doing and doing it real hard because I have no experience.
Sure.
Let's see. I can put 2 extra in and not be too bad off.
Okay. So what's your total power then?
It'd be 7.
Is that including the?
That'd be 9.
You get 3 for free. So
we get 3 for free. Okay. So 10.
10.
Oh, is it 3 for free? I was only doing 2.
It's 3.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you're gonna win. I decided his power level was 7. Man, all of his secrets. So this dude is a fragment of, let's see, an Excrucian. Excrucians are the enemy of creation. They want to destroy creation for many reasons, but mostly because they don't want to exist. And the only way they can cease to exist is if everything ceases to exist. This is, how do we pronounce this? Terte Napishtitan? This is the Excrucian you guys talked about earlier that you wanted to argue philosophy with. This is him, but it's only a small fragment of him that is in creation. He has permission to wander creation and, spread his philosophy. But for obvious reasons, letting him into creation at full power is generally considered a bad idea. Even though all he does is talk, it's better if he doesn't talk as well as the power.
Yeah, powers can be very good at talking.
Yeah.
Given
right
that
now, he does talk as good as a power because he is. So the deceivers have this ability where they can make a copy of whoever they want. Right now, he is the copy of the power of sales. So he's very good at selling things, especially his philosophy. So
okay.
So can I hire this guy if I ever want to can I just hire him in the business?
Oh man,
yeah.
That's so good.
Oh yeah. So right now he's really powerful as is, but people are afraid of letting the whole thing in. And
okay.
Other imperators have actually taken serious wounds to avoid fulfilling this contract. And it will greatly hurt your imperator to not follow through. Because this is a completely legal document.
Okay.
Yeah, so
does the completely legal document specifically mention him, or is it just the bearer of this note?
No, it's him.
Okay.
Because they don't want 100 people coming in. Like, he managed to get this document, but they were still
I just didn't
smart
know if
enough
it was like
not to let an army through.
right.
It's just going to be him.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's useless if we're to try to use it. Is more
Right.
what I was getting at. Okay.
Although, assumably your own Imperator would let you through.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we all know this now, or is this just...
Yeah, it's info dumped as I learn it to you
Okay.
guys.
Okay. Yeah. I think Phineas says, because he just made a demand of me, right? He demanded the, whatever their name is, the Hammonds.
The Hammonds are
as an assurance.
physical. No, like they're like, how you might make a token, and that token is a representation of an oath, and when you break the oath, the token breaks. They have been infused with this power. The way it works is you just choose something or someone, and then they gain these afflictions. They can't die or be hurt while there's a power bound by my terms. I sicken when the covenant is broken by my interpretation. So they're the arbiters of this contract. They decide if you're fulfilling it or not. And the more I think about things that are not related to the contract, the more insane I become.
Mm-hmm.
So the longer you hold this this covenant unfulfilled, the worse it's going to be for them.
Okay. I say, I accept your terms. In return, swear that you will not leave these grounds, until I have had adequate time to review this document and assure its authenticity.
So we've already agreed that time is 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 weeks is fine. I don't want him to leave. That's what I'm asking for. I don't want him traveling. I don't want him preaching his blasphemous gospel.
Can you preach it here?
Yep.
I want something.
Does he ask me that?
Yeah.
And I think I'm saying this mentally to you, Phineas, if he doesn't hear.
Yeah.
Can you get me a vial of his blood? This is some sort of strange creature. I might be able to have my people, if I ever go back to the lab, look at it.
This is not a creature of science. This is not a creature of the lab. Trust me in these matters, friend. I know the world in which this creature moves, even if it is unfamiliar to me today.
There wouldn't be any harm in it then.
I guess I mentally nod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will, what is Terte et Nepushtim, like, what does he say in response?
He says, I will allow you this so long as it is returned with the contract.
I say, swear it on your own blood and give me a vial that we might know that you have kept your word.
I think he sighs and says,
that we might witness that you have kept your word.
Very well. This is my last option. So he will go ahead and agree with you and make that oath.
Okay. Yeah, so that's his, like, my covenant then on this is to return the document to him after 2 weeks. And if I don't do that, then the Hammonds suffer.
Right.
And his covenant is to stay here until that time, and if he leaves, then his own, like, the blood that runs through him suffers.
Right.
I don't exactly know what it means for blood to turn insane, but that's the affliction.
Yeah, it'll be very creepy. We don't want that to happen. And also, of course, if you eventually decide, for whatever reason, not to honor the contract, your Imperator will basically take damage because they're self-destructing, because it is their nature to fulfill this contract.
Right.
Which isn't a part of any deal, it's just part of reality.
Mm-hmm. So I would like to start a new project.
Sure.
I'm going to call the project How I Prevented the Excrucian Terte et Nepushtum from Entering Reality.
Sure.
From entering creation, I guess, is the... All right.
All right. I have the page open, so there.
So I have to ask the question: can you make an excrucian an anchor?
If you defeat them in combat.
Okay.
Interesting.
You can theoretically make
really
anything your
that,
anchor if you defeat them in combat, except other players, because it's considered to be
shitty.
well, they no longer really have agency, so you're playing their character, technically.
Yeah.
Also, it's really power gaming. There are a lot of advantages to being each other's anchors.
Okay.
So I have the document. It worked.
Yeah, you have it. The oaths have been sworn, and Tim is going to go see what his new this new chancellor is all about. Like, there's nothing else he can really say or do.
All right.
And he has this urge to constantly spread his philosophy.
Okay. As he leaves, or after he leaves, rather, Phineas, do you give me the vial or hold on to it?
No, I give it to you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I say, I think that I might be able to surprise you with what I can do with this.
So I think
I hope that you are right, brother.
He actually turns around and he goes out through the floor instead of going up.
Okay.
He's like, this place is weird. I'm sorry. I'm getting lost already. Then he's gone. This time he doesn't come back.
Okay. My character wouldn't know anything about how, let's call it, distasteful working with an excursion is, so we can't exactly talk to the Imperator about it. And I think I would just say, so you're going to take those 2 weeks to look over the document.
Yeah, I mean, my plan is to find a loophole. That's basically my plan. I don't think I even have a real plan, because I know nothing about how noble society works. I think I just know that this creature should not be in creation. And I'm hoping to stop him.
Okay. Do you want any help for that?
I think I will. What does I don't know. Yeah, what does Robert ask?
I think I think Robert asks it in a way do you need help or can I get back to my own stuff for now.
Like,
I think he's like, are we just gonna stay here forever until it's dealt with, or are we able to leave?
I think Umaya is like, please, I need you to go to the Creator and bring him here.
Right now?
It would be preferable.
Oh.
Wait, did Umaya just say we should go to the Creator?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He says, go to heaven. That's where the Creator lives. And
like you do.
You will find Creator in the palace of heaven on the throne that overlooks all of creation. And bring to him my plight and ask him for his help.
Now, if I'm remembering correctly as a player, the throne is empty, but Umaya doesn't actually know that.
Right.
Because he's been here for so long.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't know that because we're new.
Right.
Okay.
Wait, and Umaya didn't know what a car was, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's been like at least 150 years. Well, like 100.
Yeah. I mean, like, my character definitely still believes that God just exists and is alive and has a project that is meeting him. So
yeah,
I say,
okay.
Of course, your will is my command.
How do we go? How do we get to heaven?
All right. Go back.
There's a stairway.
The way you came.
I knew it.
Stairway to heaven. Yes.
That stairway will take you into a realm. And that realm is different than the one you know. It is a realm of symbolic meaning. A realm where everything happens because someone makes it happen. A realm of meaning. And a realm of roads that will take you from this world to all the other worlds. There are many worlds. Do not be distracted. Do not wander upon them. You will be lost there in their infinity. But you cannot miss heaven. It is the glowing beacon at the top of the world ash.
I don't even think he finished or she finished that statement before Wanderlust was already going down the stairs. And but road to everywhere? Yes, please. I will go there.
Sure. So you go up the stairs the way you came, and you find yourself standing on a ridge, like a mountain. And on one side of the mountain, there is just this strange black-gray expanse going on to infinity. On the other side of the mountain, there is this tree, like you're standing on the limb of a tree that is just enormous beyond all description. And it has like glowing fruit like dripping from it. And at the very top of the tree, you see these pearly white gates on the clouds. And they are shining with golden light.
I show up right behind you as you take it all in, and I say, "I don't think this was because of that punch from earlier."
I think Trek is just kind of dumbstruck by the immensity that lay before him. But he's like looking around and he just sees that fruit that you said was odd and dripping. Like, is that normal size? Like, could I pick that, or is it like?
I mean, maybe from this
weird
spot, it looks normal sized, but it's like
it's a percent thing.
It's like 1,000 miles away, so it's actually pretty big.
Yeah, Robert grabs your shoulder and is like, "Now, no wandering off, wanderer. Remember, we need to go to heaven. We have a journey and a specific destination." Maybe later, if you're good.
Will there be ice cream?
You probably love ice cream because like ice cream trucks wandered, and ice cream was a classic treat for wanderers.
Yeah. So that's a.
Probably ice cream might be your favorite food.
So yeah, I think.
Phineas, are you with us?
Yeah.
I think I watch you go. I'm going to follow in a second. I think I turn to Umaya and I say, "Is there have you a map?"
I guess they can give you a map. So they stretch out their finger and they blast a section of the wall, and it like forms a like a map, like a star map in the wall, and then the stone tablet just falls to the ground.
Right. I mean, as a player, I know that we don't need one because we have Wanderlust.
Right.
I think, yeah, I think Phineas finds that helpful. He picks it up and then he says, a theologian to accompany me that I may understand this world better. There is so much I don't understand that I will need to in order to read this document.
I think they say, you have everything you need inside of you. I have already given you all the gifts I can.
Okay. I say, yes, my lord, and then I follow. And I'm holding this huge, like, how big is it?
Oh, let's say like 10 foot by 10 foot.
Okay.
Okay, so you're like...
I mean, I can carry that because I'm crazy strong.
It's just awkward.
Did the Barrows, did they go with Terte Utnapishtim?
I think they're with your Imperator still.
Can I bring them with me? I gesture to them and see what they do.
They don't want to go into the infinite unknown.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. So you guys are all now on top of the ridge at creation. And
as soon as Trek sees that map, you just hear tourist.
So good.
Nice.
Yep.
But like you look behind you and like the broken form of your Imperator, it's like laying in a tree nearby.
I think as I'm going, I'll turn to Sue and James Hammond and say, tend to... It's gender non-binary, right? Like, it's not clear if it's a man or a woman?
I mean, I think we specifically said it had no gender.
Yeah. Right.
Or sex, for that matter.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think I say tend to Umaya. You will be safe here. Do what you can to ease the pain that racks this land. And then that's all from me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're off screen now.
All right. So
yeah.
Unless you're physically restraining him, and I don't even see how that's possible.
I mean,
Trek is
you have
on the
restricted
move.
yourself to a body, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So you're just wandering. You just go out there.
Probably every couple minutes, I'm like, "This is we're on the way to heaven. Like, this isn't another path." I'm like trying to keep you on a leash, basically.
Good, because I do have an affliction about being easily distracted by the horizon. So, yeah, with Robert high on the whip, I will lead the way to heaven. as best I see fit, disregarding that map with impunity.
Yo, man, I'm carrying this. Is a 10 foot by 10 foot stone map, and I'm carrying it on my back. I don't care what
Awesome.
So let me see.
maybe,
here.
yeah, maybe next session you can make me like cast it aside or something.
So I'm going to say you're breaking your affliction. Right? Because you're going to actually have a goal to get there.
Hmm.
So you're going to take a surface wound,
Okay.
and it is going to say, I will lead my companions where they want. So this is a new a new affliction.
Brand new, or does it place the other one?
Nope, it's brand new.
Okay.
It's tied to
I have
that
so many
wound.
bonds that I'm running out of room here.
Yeah, you have a lot of bonds.
It's that high treasure.
Yeah, I mean, bonds are sweet. All right. Let me actually check, make sure it's not an affliction. It's a bond. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, it's just going to be level 1. All right.
This is a bond.
Yes, a bond. I had to check because the rules are slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. So in order to get to heaven, I was going to tell you, you have to beat an Auctoritas of level 5. You have to spend 5 MP. And you're going to have to do at least a level 2 miracle of some sort to get there. So you'll probably want to do a treasure miracle.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you have as a way of travel? Anything?
What do I have? Sorry?
As
What
a
was the
mode of
question?
transportation or
As a
as a
mode
treasure?
of transportation?
What treasure are you going to use to get to heaven?
Does it have to be on my person or in the environment, or can I summon such a thing?
It has to be something you have a bond with, at the very least.
Something I have a bond with. Well, I can. I have a tangential bond with migratory things.
Sure.
if
So
that
what kind of
helps.
migratory
Yeah.
animal would go to heaven that you could follow?
Would go to heaven that I can follow? I mean,
Or that you can ride
Doves.
to take to heaven?
yeah, I was thinking like whales.
All right. Incoming space whales, guys.
That was
Spirit whales? I believe the term is spirit whales.
Spirit whales.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So you don't have a link with specific whales. So it's going to take you like a day to find the right whale. So I see this like scene of you like going to this vast spirit ocean and there being like a pod of whales, and you take time like finding the right whale to take to heaven.
Okay.
So what
I need
qualities would the right whale have?
qualities. I mean, as far as is it me picking it for the qualities that I think would get it to heaven, or the qualities that would objectively get it to heaven? Like
technically, it's just a whale that you like the most.
okay,
that
so
you
yeah,
want
this
to be your avatar. You know how like D&D, the deities send avatars to do their shit. This is what you're doing here.
Mhm.
You're picking someone to be your avatar or your anchor.
Okay. So it would be the best representation of me as a whale. So it would have an impeccable sense of direction. It's probably not the best looking one. Like, it's a world weary whale. And I think it's probably fast.
Nice. I'm looking for whale names.
Whale names?
I mean, people
Think
name
fantasy
whales,
generators.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, these names are terrible.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you don't want like a. I don't think you want like a. You don't want like a SeaWorld whale name. You want something else. Like, it's not
Yeah,
like
you
an
don't-
orca name. You want like a true name.
Yeah.
like Cygnus, like a star name, maybe work.
yeah.
Yeah, star names are good.
A whale
It's
named Vesuvius.
Or like, yeah, it's like
Or-
Vega or
Balthazar.
yeah. I mean, I definitely want it to be a biblical name.
Biblical names.
It's just Jonah then.
Jonah the
Yes. Jonah the whale.
All right, put Jonah on your ever filled up character sheet somewhere.
Okay.
Jonah the whale.
Whoops.
So, does Jonah the whale carry you in its belly to heaven?
On its back.
Sure. Does it
Just
have
like-
like a saddle or like one of those houses? You know, people put those little pavilions on elephants, or just are you riding it bareback?
No, I like to be comfortable anywhere I am. It's a passion of mine. So,
Sure.
yeah, it's definitely got one of those like palanquin things on the back.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like full with pillows and
Yeah.
Is it full on Eastern? Like, is there opium to smoke and lots of food?
We'll keep it PG, but there's at least a hookah in the center of the
Sure.
of the.
Sure. And
It might be shisha. Who knows? It could be something else. You know, that's us.
Hey man, that's PG in Canada.
Robert totally has his food cooler, so you all have plenty
Oh,
of
yeah.
food to drink.
Yep.
Awesome.
The just bottomless food cooler.
Yeah. All right, so you got to mark off 5 MP from your treasure,
Okay.
and then we'll get to heaven.
Guys, this is the best game.
This is amazing.
All right, so man, so I think Jonah.
Do we want to end it there? I don't know how long. it
Yeah,
takes
like
to end it.
yeah. Do we want to wrap up?
Oh yeah, man, we're running out of time.
Yeah, we're like 10 minutes away, and we still have to do like there's some wrap up stuff. So
All right, yeah. So
Mhm.
Jonah like is just swimming towards heaven, and we'll cut off.
Yep.
Oh wow.
This is we end with the song "Stairway to Heaven," but with whale songs in the background.
Oh yeah, totally,
Yes.
100%.
I need to look up. I need to find a good Bible verse to read before the start of the next session.
It's going to be something about like Jonah being spit up by the whale.
Yeah, guys, that was so good, Zen. That was really peak Nobilis right there. Like when suddenly we were talking about like what kind of whale, what kind of migratory creature would go to heaven? Like that is like that is good Nobilis right there. That's what
Perfect.
that is.
I didn't spend any MP. I'm like saving it up.
That's fine.
Good. You can wreck some shit in heaven when we get there next session.
Yes.
Yeah, you're for sure gonna have to punch something really super hard
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
because I'm definitely out of Persona Miracle points.
Oh, I can make I have enough to do technically at level 10 of punching, but that includes if I once you aspect level 9 or level 9 miracle, it's like, yeah, you don't just do it, but you master doing it. So if I want
Right.
to punch something that's normally unpunchable, I can then always be able to punch it in the
Right.
future.
Little
Yeah.
like tip is it's good to master things in your chancel because it's a lot cheaper.
I mean,
point.
it's only two,
Fair.
it's 2 to 3 MP cheaper, yeah. But mastering means I don't have to do it again.
Right.
I think until the end of like the session.
It says
No.
forever. It
Until
says
the
like
end of
yeah,
the
you just
story.
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's different. Never
Your
mind.
character can always do that thing forever without any effort in
Yeah.
terms of doing another miracle.
So why don't you guys
Yeah, but
look
like
at
a story is a defined thing.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
Why don't you guys
What were
look
you gonna
at
say?
your bonds and afflictions and decide if they made your life harder? That's like really something I have trouble doing. I
I
think
need to do that.
definitely Trek got some because we broke their easily distracted affliction.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys should look at that. That'll take a while, so let's just do projects as a group, and then take your MP to start of next session. We'll talk about afflictions and which afflictions, or which afflictions or bonds made your life harder. Let's see here. So projects. All right, anybody have a revelation about their project? A revelation changes the meaning of what the characters are doing. It adds risk or quandary or simply scope.
I don't. Not for me. Like I defined 2 new projects.
Yeah.
I don't think I had a revelation about my existing one, which was How I Met God. I think I did. I think I made progress towards that, but I don't think I had a revelation.
Sure.
Yeah. I think that I'll one of my projects is how I use technology to ascend my family to Nobilis, and probably the Imperator's blood is probably how I'm going to do that. I don't know if that is progress because I haven't looked at it yet.
We're looking at major, like things that change,
like pretty big things,
like redefine your project.
Then,
I think Trek inspired Umaya to leave the chancel. Like you now know that your Umaya is basically immobile. Like that changes the character of your project completely.
Yeah,
well, that's totally a revelation. But something like that is what we're looking for right now.
Cool. Then I don't have anything right now.
Sure.
I think I actually do have one now that I think about it. So, in my How I Met God project, there is a path to heaven. I think counts as a revelation.
Yeah, there's a physical path to heaven.
There is a physical path that I'm walking right now.
Well, you're riding a whale, but yeah.
That is a technicality.
That is also a revelation. You can get to heaven on the back of a whale.
Wait. When did riding a whale become semantics?
Yeah.
This is why Nobilis is the best game, for the record. So what do I get? I get like some number of points towards that?
Yeah, here, I'm going to just drop another star onto your character sheet.
Cool.
Get a gold star.
All right. So, let's see here. Failure. The characters struggle. They hope to achieve some victory, but they are balked. And when they are balked, when they fail after a worthy struggle, then they gain destiny. So who tried to progress their project but failed?
Really didn't act on the inspiring Umaya to leave thing, so
I don't think I have
not
any
me.
either. Most of my projects are post, like, all of this, as in post, like, accepting that he's a Nobilis.
Sure. Maybe you should make a project about that.
Is there a limit how many projects I can have?
Nope.
Oh. Then I might.
Okay, victory. The character struggles and wins. and by winning, they earned a right to say something about the project. It's not the victory, it's the power the victory gives you to say or prove or define something about the project. It's basically when you accomplish something. Did anybody accomplish anything relating to their project?
I mean, I have a project that I defined in this session, so Golden, tell me if this doesn't count, but I have a project called How I Stopped the Excruciating Terteit Napishtim from Entering Creation, and I successfully got a 2-week delay.
Yeah, that's still totally a victory. So here you go. You get a victory for that.
Nice.
Okay. I have one called How I Learned to Manipulate the Physical World. Now, I didn't actually pick anything up or do anything, but I changed the mind of Robert when he was going to leave. That's a manipulation that I haven't really...
Yeah, you can manipulate the physical world through non-physical means, totally. Also, notice that you get 5 points for a failure, so don't be afraid of failing. You're only getting 3 points for success. And then a trivial victory or failure. When you have a serious plan for moving forward on a project, but the HC doesn't want to play it out, I just award these. I don't think anybody suggested a course of action. I said it would be boring.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. All right, so none of that. All right, so
that is an interesting reward in my, just mechanically speaking. It's like rewarding people for tossing out as many ideas as they can.
I
really.
I mean, it's like both Burning Wheel and Blades does this kind of where it's like we don't want you to do these things during play, so here's downtime projects you can do instead.
Yeah,
right.
It's basically for that. So if you have a real dumb project like you want to get an elephant for your zoo, you're a Nobilis. How hard is it for you to get an elephant? Really? Just you have the elephant.
It's say yes.
It's say yes, yeah.
Right.
All right.
It's not even a roll dice because there are no dice.
Right.
So I have a project called How I Healed My Imperator. And again, defined it in this session. I am going to heaven with the goal of healing them. Is that progress? Is that I don't feel like I struggled in order to succeed. Like I don't know if this is anything.
So here's how this works. If you have a project that somebody else did an action that progresses your project, you can choose to have them be allowed to make progress on your project. So do you want to allow Zen to work on your project as well?
I think so. Like, I view this one as a group project. Like, it was very much from our Imperator to say, hey, you guys go do this thing.
Sure.
So I defined it, but I think it's...
Yep.
Yeah.
It goes
it doesn't
on
feel like
your sheet. Does anybody else have anything like that where somebody else did something that progresses your project or would count as like maybe a failure?
Not right now, I think.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah. Like this can be like, I think Primarch could argue that Wanderlust telling him not to leave was a failure for I don't know. I guess nothing. I thought you would have a project about returning to your family, but you don't.
No, I have a passion for it.
Yeah.
But not a.
Okay.
I have a bond that I must get my old life and family back. But that's not a project.
So yeah, you don't have that project. Also, if you decide that a project is just not interesting, you can totally abandon projects. And I think
I'm gonna figure it out.
There's actually rules for getting points for if you deny a project as being important, or no, if you acknowledge the question as meaningful and troublesome, but decide not to deal with it, you get immediate 2 destiny, and the problem goes away. Okay, so let's also take a look. So let's hand out MP.
Okay.
So for a revelation, the project earns 10 destiny, and each heavily involved avatar earns 0 to 5 MP. So let's start with Umaya as a mobile.
Okay.
I think everybody worked on that. So I'll give you all 3 MP for that one.
Okay.
Because I feel
And
that
we
was
just put
kind
this
of...
wherever?
Huh?
And if I remember correctly, we just put this wherever?
Yep, everybody puts it wherever they want.
Okay.
The revelation that there's a path to heaven, everyone participated on that. I'm going to give everybody 2 MP for that. Because that was also like kind of predetermined. You're going to find out that. Let's see here. We had no failures, so victories. Victories give every avatar closely involved 0 or 1 MP. So I'll give 1 MP to everybody that was involved with getting that contract away from that pitched him. Let's see.
Okay.
So who was that?
Primarily it was Phineas. I asked him to get the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Robert helped define the stakes that Terte put up in providing a vial of his blood.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Wanderlust helped too a little bit. So yeah, you can all get 1 MP from that. How I healed my Imperator. That was mostly just Zen doing that. So Zen, you can have 1 MP.
Okay.
And then Zen realizing that you can manipulate people socially. So that's 1 for Trek, and it was Primarch. Your character was the one being affected, right? So 1 for you too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think that's it for projects. Oh wait, there's one more thing. When one of the circles in the project holds 15 destiny, the power responsible for it can move it forward. So do you want to do that now or next session?
I've got 20 in the How I Met God, so let's move that forward next session. And I need to look at the rules.
Yeah, look at the rules. Means. You basically get a free Imperial Miracle.
Cool.
And you define something important about meeting God. We won't necessarily play through, but we agree it's important.
I get to speak a story into the world?
Yep.
Cool. All right, let me think about it.
All right.
That's not something I'm used to doing as a normal human.
No. So Imperial Miracles are the most powerful form of magic in this world.
Okay.
Imperial Miracle is how Chancel was created, or how God said, "Let there be light." That's an Imperial Miracle. So Imperial Miracles are intended to be pretty much awesome in power.
I see.
Like,
that's pretty.
The war in heaven between angels and Lucifer and God was probably an Imperial Miracle. So, not to be taken lightly. Though you can do trivial things with them if you really want.
Okay.
All right. So that's it for tonight. Again, look at your bonds and afflictions. Let me know if you think you should have gotten MP from them making your life more difficult. And I'll try and be better about that. But there are a lot of them. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a lot to track as a GM. I don't fault you there.
I'll just watch the video after we're done, and then I'll think about it. Very convenient. I wish all GMs got to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sweet. That was awesome. Thanks.
That was Nobilis. Yeah. Are we on next week? I believe, and I
hope so.
Yeah.
I think I might be busy, but I don't know if that's next week.
I think we're good for next week, and the week after that, somebody couldn't do it.
Yeah, I feel like we're on until the end of the month, because that's when my
I am not on next week. I thought.
Oh,
so.
okay.
I have. The week after, I am on.
All right. Well, we can't do the 30th anyway, or the 6th. So I guess our next session will be the 13th of August.
Mm-hmm.
I might actually be available 13th of August. Good. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Cool. All right. So next month, no.
Next month.
It's so hard to GM with these big breaks. But
yeah.
We'll talk about possibly rescheduling if it works for us.
Yeah. Yeah, like we can try and find a different night. That's cool. Let's do it off stream though.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. We're gonna take off. I'm sorry, chat, and we'll play this game sometime. I think we will into it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Happen.
We'll figure it out.
Later.